And, we all know we've been in some fucking badass natural disasters, and I pray for anyone in that situation. But the gentleman I'm speaking of didn't, his stuff didn't get burned up or anything. He just got evacuated, and it just seemed funny to me that put an air mattress on top of your car and hold it with your hand. I mean, I know in my heart that that thing ended up on the side of fucking I-10 or 59 somewhere. I was looking up, man, like, with everything going on around in this world, like in Philippines, there's a war on drugs. There's a war on drugs here, right? And now, if you heard a little song or whatever, and I had, anyway, the point is that I have much respect for the Drug Enforcement Agency, and I believe that, my personal belief is that, we definitely need to keep drugs off the street. Like, we've got some crazy shit, heroin, homemade, synthetic stuff, methamphetamine's one of those things, so much respect to all of the people that are doing that. What I don't believe is doing the world a whole lot of justice right now, and it's being taken care of, are all of the people that are being charged with nonviolent, drug-related crimes, specifically to do with medicinal marijuana. People that are medicating with marijuana and that get in trouble with it. And it seems like the system's becoming a lot more lenient on those types of situations. But yeah, in Philippines, the war on drugs is, they say just kill the user and the dealers. Just kill them. They encourage vigilantism, like, is it Duterte? Was one of the guys that was the, like, police chief or something like that anyway in the Philippines, and he was like, yeah, I've killed a few drug dealers myself, I guess, something like that. So they're like, what I was listening to, was just talking about the war on drugs in the Philippines is just like, if you see somebody making a drug deal, you just fucking kill all of them. And I thought, wow, that's a hell of a way to look at it there. And then, it's sad. It's sad. I had no idea that, the heroin problem that this country had. And I'm blessed and I'm happy that a lot of the prescription drugs and a lot of the opiates are being much more difficult to get. They're being made much more difficult to get. But, just watching some stuff, like there's a show called Drugs Inc. I don't know if any of you all have ever seen Drugs Inc., but that's a tripped out ass show on the Justice Network. And on one side it shows the police and what their battle is, to try to clean up the streets, and fuck, mad respect to those guys. And then on the flip side of the coin, it shows these drug dealers in masks cutting this fucking heroin up, and with, I don't even remember, I don't even want to know all the terminology that they were using. Scramble is heroin that they put morphine, they cut it with morphine because it's cheaper for them to get the morphine, and blah 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 blah. And so yeah, the war on drugs, and the fact that I'm glad that we don't have bullshit like vigilantism and stuff like that. Even the guys that are out there slinging on the street, they put their hands up. They're going to go to jail. They're going to get their fair trial. They're going to get their day in court. You know what I mean? What I do agree with, what I like, is the progress that they've made in Colorado. And we got to be real careful, because now, they're starting to piss off some of the wrong people that are in alcohol sales are going down in Colorado. So of the marijuana industry cutting into the alcohol business, and I can't see where that's bad. You know what I mean? It's cut way down on the amount of crime. As far as, I will look that up. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll look at I'm gonna write down Colorado statistics. I'll look at Colorado stats and see if violent crime's gone down, alcohol related. I'm sure it's all gone down, alcohol related accidents and stuff like that. So yeah, you don't necessarily have to participate in all of the holiday bullshit. I mean, don't let that delve into your psyche and make you feel like a bad person. You gotta go get those fucking Hansables for the kids, man. If I don't get these fucking things that hatch out of eggs for these kids, they're not gonna love me. That's cool, Flip. They just got to listen to a fucking game show from 1977 for about, what, 30 seconds? Alright, guys. I appreciate you all for hanging with us through a little technical difficulty there. Flip thought he hit the off switch and it did not go off. Our microphones did not shut down, they stayed on. So rock and roll, guys. So yeah, I just think that we got a ways to go, man. I mean, how can we educate these young people that are I think it was like Baltimore that had the big problem kick in that I was watching, that freaking Drugs Inc. And that's scary, man. Nobody wants that in their city, in their neighborhood. What's the proper way to battle something like that, man? I do not know. And I'm blessed that I do not have to deal with that every day. And that's why I also say back the blue. Back up your local peace officers, your local police officers, man. They just want to get home at the end of the day, just like every other dude. And a lot of them are some cool motherfuckers. So get to know your local cops, man. Look, listen to me. They're cool. They're not fucking with you. They're trying to do their job. And if you're not looking over your fucking shoulder, if you are looking over your shoulder, then guess what? They're going to get your ass sooner or later. So quit doing what the fuck you're doing. Once you learn to live life in a certain way, then everything really kind of becomes a blessing instead of a detriment in your life. You look at your failures as just a learning experience. And when you got life all fucked up in the head and you're living for dope, then it's clouding your judgment. You don't have those spider senses. You're not fresh in your brain. Alcohol will do that. And it seems like also, guess what? Too much fucking sugar and highly processed foods and putting bullshit into your body. The same thing, man. Even, when I say live for your mind, your body, and your spirit, you can work out too much. You can live too much for your body. You can read too much. You can live too much for your mind. Or you can just go to church all the time and that's all you're about. You can live too much for spiritual reasons. That's why I say you got to balance these things out, all three. And if you find something like martial arts or yoga or kung fu, which that's martial arts also, I guess, but mixed martial arts, stuff like that, it happens to involve 2 or 3 of those different items, and it will definitely help you in your everyday life. And if it's something that you incorporate into your everyday life, then I'm motherfucking proud of you. Oh, so now is the time whenever I tell you to tell your parents that you love them, tell them that you appreciate them bringing your monkey ass into this world, right? And if you don't have them with you anymore, they're looking down on you, and they're motherfucking proud of you right now. You hear me? I'm saying? I know these things. And just speaking of mixed martial arts for a second, I'm gonna say, bet the farm on motherfucking Ronda Rousey on December the 29th, baby, because I feel sorry for anyone, male, female, fucking Sasquatch, mountain lion, I don't give a fuck what it is, standing in the way of Ronda Rousey getting that motherfucking belt back. Because if anyone's ever underestimated Ronda Rousey, it's any of you guys that do not believe in her 100% right now. Because let me tell you something, she's got the heart of a champion, and she's got will that cannot be broken. Her will wasn't broken because she got knocked out. Everyone has a fighter's chance that they could lose a fight. She had just never been caught like that before. And if she had, it wasn't in the octagon. That being said, again, bet the motherfucking farm on Rousey on December the 29th. Because guess what? Rowdy Ronda Rousey's coming back with the motherfucking vengeance, like a fucking freight train, locomotive, nuclear powered. And she's gonna motherfucking run through anything in her way to get that belt back. Period. That's my opinion on this, okay? Bigger, faster, stronger, and lovely as she can be, might I add. What a lovely, lovely lady. And speaking of lovely ladies, talk about the swarm. Oh, Paige Van Sant. What a badass. And again, guys, just because Paige Van Sant got choked out, look at who she got fucking choked out by. Michelle the Karate Hottie, baby. It was going to be a fucking brawl. And again, we've all got that fighter's chance that we could lose. Paige, that doesn't make you have a bad record now. Now you got the eye of the tiger. Rock and roll. I mean, I'm still a fan. And, hey, I think that, that's her first time back into the octagon in, a year? So, yeah, we'll see her back again soon. Sooner than later, I guarantee it. And again, she's going to have the cobwebs and everything shook back. She's going to have a tougher fight than Karate Hottie. And we'll see what happens, man. She's going to do her thing. She's going to unleash the swarm. But, I'm proud of Michelle. If is that her name? Man, I don't have my notes in front of me for MMA or any of that stuff. I was just, wanted to talk a little mixed martial arts, A little mixed martial arts or drag racing or motocross could come out at any time. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, guys, I'm looking at some other notes, and if you like motorcycles, you're welcome to tune in to LBBR. The Life Behind Bars Robcast. That's also right here at Spreaker Podcast. And I'm going to be talking about some electric motorcycles on Life Behind Bars number 5, coming up probably tomorrow, later tonight or tomorrow. We'll talk about the Alta Motors Red Shift, the Victory Impulse, the Zero FX. If you want to talk a little bit about motorcycles, if you're an enthusiast, then check out the Life Behind Bars Robcast, simply talking about living life behind the bars of a motorcycle. Quit thinking like that, man. Y'all know me better than that. So for listening to the show, every one of you sweet little snowflakes is going to get a trophy. But I would definitely give you a trophy, guys, if everyone keep your eyes out. If you're anywhere around, above, beyond the League City area, we have Ann Christine Johnson, a 30-year-old female. She's white. She's got blondish, pinkish, reddish hair. She's kind of thin. She's not very tall. She was last seen in a white sedan with an unknown man somewhere around the League City. If you have information, anything about Ann Christine Johnson, guys, please contact the League City PD, League City Police Department, okay? Ann Christine Johnson, we've got EquiSearch has been on the ground, have been looking for her. for days, for I think 5 or 6 days. They suspended the search yesterday because they said they had some new information. So we'll all say a prayer that that's